welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Viola Party Happy. Yeah, welcome back to another week of a tutorial. And today's tutorial is kind of like different. Okay, so before I go on, if you've not clicked that subscription button, click it now. Just there. Yes, there. Well done, you've clicked it. And please remember to share this video, tell your friends, to tell your friends, to tell your friends about this video. Okay guys, so today we are working on a balloon wall. And I've had this thing in mind to do for a while now, but like I always say to you guys, I am such a lazy wuss. So just bear with me. So we're doing a balloon wall. And we're going to be using a grid panel. So this is my box of I've had this for, I think I've had it like for years, because yeah, I've had it for like 5 years now or more. And they're called Gridz kits. I am going on because I bought mine years ago, so I do not have the details of where you can still buy one from, but I will check and I'll put the link in the description below. They cost me £15 a box. That is before VAT, and in a box you would find the grids. So there's 15 of them in a box. So if you're, I've already put these ones together. They click together. They click together. You see. So when I used them, the first time I used them, what I did was, we didn't have organic as a big thing then. So it was just normal, normal balloons and all of that. So when I used them to create like a grid. It was for what's this theme now? Minecraft theme. So in the middle of the design, I had a character pictured in the in the balloon. I don't know how to explain it. I'm going to just show you. I'll show you the picture of what what's it called looks like. So that was why I used the grid for. So what we would do is we'll put a balloon, each balloon in here in the boxes, and then you have your balloon wall. So there was one day I was just thinking, okay, there should be other ways we could do balloon walls without having to worry about what we're going to put at the background and all that. And I remembered, oh yes, I've got this in my shed, so why don't I bring it out and use it to do a tutorial for you guys. So this I've put together, it clicks together. They're just cubes, and then you just click them together to make it to whatever panel. So you could leave it permanently like this and just store them easily in your storage, or you could take them apart once you're done using them. So this one I'm not going to take apart. I'm just going to leave it like this and just leave it in my shed like this for when I want to do a balloon wall for a client. If I'm not going to be putting the balloon wall on a wall, this is going to be my go-to instead of using a grid panel. So I'm going to attach it to my IKEA stand. I'm sure you guys know about the IKEA stand. So I'm going to attach it here. And then the good thing about it is it comes with this clips where you can easily use it to hold on to whatever you want to hold on to. So the clips fits into your stand and it holds it together. Can you see? But I'm going to double secure it. I'm going to use a 260Q to tie it on again. So I'm not just going to I'm not going to just use the clip. I'm going to use 260Q to tie it also. So to give it extra security. So yeah. So to secure it some more, we're going to take this off. So this is going to be like my backdrop, my balloon wall. It's going to make my balloon wall easier to secured that. I'm going to do the top now. So can you see the clips? It comes with the box. So you just secure it. Yeah. So for this one, I've used, I think I used, let me count quickly. I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 on each line. So 6 plus 6, 12. 6 plus 6, 12. So I've got 24 here and 15 in the box. So you could use 2 boxes to do a standard balloon wall. Yeah, 2 boxes will do a 2 feet by 2 feet wall. I think this is like up to like 2. This is like, yeah, this is like almost, this is like 1.5 feet or thereabouts. So 2 boxes should do a 2 by 2, basically. So I'm going to use 260Q to secure it some more. I've got some 350Q here, so I'm just gonna, so this will give you extra stability. So my stand is an IKEA stand. You can get it from IKEA. It's a knot lamp stand. So I've got the stand, I've got some broken already, so yeah, but it's still fine to use. I'm just going to leave that like that. So I've got my backdrop stand ready to put my balloons, and I've got my balloons here. So, you know, like I mentioned last week, we're still doing the random color match, and then I've got some lovely dried flowers. I've got pampers, I've got some pampers here, I've got some bouquet here. I'm going to give you the details of where you can get this from in the description below, where you can get your pampers from, where you can get your dry leaves from. I'm going to put the details in the description for you. So yeah, my colors today, I've got Fog from Tuftex, and then I've got Turquoise from Belbal, and then I've got Plum from Belbal. So I'm going to inflate. I've got mainly 11 inches. Only the Fog has bigger sizes and 5 inches. So I'm going to like randomly inflate the balloons. No size, no size number. I'm just going to eyeball my sizes. So I inflate the balloons. I start off with the plum first, and as you can see, as I am inflating, I am wrapping them into cords. And then what I've done here is I have, apart from wrapping them into cords, I am tying the cords into 8 group of balloons. So I don't have to start doing that after I've inflated. So I'm just doing it straight up. You can wrap it round afterwards. It just all depends on how you want to work. I chose to do this time around, but it doesn't mean I do the same thing on the job too. When I'm on the job, most of the time I like just wrapping in 2s, but each time I do the organic style design, I tend to like change the way I do them, you know. So you just need to find the most comfortable way for you, and you'll be fine. So I've done like a group of 8 of the plum for the plum, I've done a group of 8 in 4 places, different sizes. And then what I did next was, since I didn't have 5 inches, I underinflated the 11 inches into like 5 inches and wrapped them into mini clusters. So the mini clusters is what I would use to outline the design, to fill out the gaps, to give you that creative look at the end. Because I personally love the way 5 inches look at the end when you do your garlands. Yeah, so just underinflate the 11 inches into 5 inches or 4 inches or 3 inches, and then tie it. And while you do that, when you underinflate, you pull the balloon back so that the I don't know how to explain this. You pull it back when you've inflated it, then you tie off. Just watch the way I've done it in the video and I think you'll get what I mean. So I'm inflating the turquoise ones now. And I'm just inflating randomly, making some big, making some smaller. So the only ones I really made like almost the same sizes was the smaller size, the 5 inches size. You can see now I am doing the smaller size. I mixed it with the bigger ones, but the next one I do, it would be mainly the smaller size, but of the same size. I hope you get what I mean, guys. So I'm doing the smaller one now. They're all of the same size. See, if you notice, I pushed the balloon down and I tied it tightly. So this is to tell you that when you don't have the 5 inches, you could actually use 11 inches if it's not too expensive. And then here, what I've done again is I've wrapped a bit of the plum with the turquoise, which I'll be using later on in the balloon wall, just to like create a certain kind of look. So now I'm going to inflate the fog balloons now, and I'm going to do the same thing I've done earlier. But with the fog balloon, I'm going to, because I've got 16 inches size, so I'm going to use a bit of 16 inches and wrap it around the 11 inches. I didn't use the 5 inches from the fog because I wanted the looks of all the balloons to look the same. Since I'm using the 11 inches for 5 inches for the other colors, it's best I do the same thing with the fog so that all the balloons will look the same. Because an under-inflated 11 inches always looks different to an inflated normal 5 inches size balloon, if you've noticed. So I'm going to start arranging them on my grid panel stand. So I'm going to start off with the burgundy first. I've got my my 350Q tied on to the stand already. So for this balloon wall, I ended up using 100 of the turquoise balloon. I used more of the turquoise, and then the plum, I think I used like about 60 or so, and the fog I just used a couple. I used like 30 or there. So guys, here I am just like placing the turquoise mostly with the plum. This is due to the color palette I'm trying to work with. I know the plum goes really well with the what's it called, with the turquoise, so I tend to like put more of the plum close to the turquoise and then the fog close to the turquoise. So this would help the the colors to look right, because a lot of times we tend to think, oh, those colors won't go, but I am guessing it's the way we arrange them. These balloons are not double stuffed. They are pure single balloons. And once you put the right colors together, you will do great. So I am just tying all the mini clusters onto the panel, and then you just keep tying them, making sure to step back to look at what you're doing. Because I am filming this, I'm not really looking back to see what I'm doing, so I can't really see clearly. But if I was doing this for a client, I would pause and, you know, just step back and look at what I'm doing and be sure I like the look of it. So you just keep doing that and keep adding your balloon. So you can see that I'm creating a pattern here. So I am putting the balloons on, and at the same time I am thinking about the look, because I want it to look right. And especially because I'm using, you know, 3 colors that I've never used together before. So each time I am using a 260Q to tie on the mini clusters and then wrapping it onto the next one. I'm sure you can see there are like gaps. Do not worry about the gaps. Once you put the main balloons on, you'll be able to fix the gaps. You can move the balloons around. You can add mini clusters to it. So those gaps are there for where I am going to be putting my 5 inches, my smaller balloons. So also, if you're going to be putting like 3-foot balloons in your balloon wall, it's always good to like put it when you're building the main design, because you don't want your 3-foot balloon hanging out, looking out of place. It has to look like part of the design. I don't know if you get what I mean. So you need to like put it, if you're using the panels, then you need to put your 3-foot as you're building the main body. So right now, it isn't looking like the way I want it to look yet, but I am not worried, because I know when I finish doing everything, I'll be able to like change things around, turn things around. So at this point, my balloons were already finishing, so I had to inflate some more balloons. So it's the 260Q I am using here to like tie in the mini clusters. Guys, information on colors and sizes will be in the description, and so also I'm going to put the link for the grids in the description so you guys can get yours. They are really good. If they are well taken care of, it should last you for so long. Like I mentioned, mine was I've had mine for like 5 or 4 years. So all you need to do is just wrap your 260Q around the panel and wrap it around your cluster, and it would stay in place. So the only thing you just need to do is to go back and get your panel. You don't have to worry about the client's wall or anything, especially if you have a venue that you are not allowed to put anything on the wall. I would suggest you use the grids. So you just need the grids and your IKEA stand. You can see I've still got gaps in the middle. Do not worry about the gaps. My 5 inches will fill out the gaps. So I was struggling with doing the top part, so I had to go to the back to tie it in. Which was more convenient for me. Now I'm happy, you know, I filled out most of the spaces. So what I am doing now is just to, like, you know, cover the gaps, fill it up with the smaller balloons. So in some positions I would use 260Q to fill it in. Some I would use the nozzle of the balloon that is already there. I'll just pull it in. So this helps to make it really tight and it stays in position. And so also some gaps I would leave because that's where I'm going to be putting my dried flowers. Do not forget, I'm going to be putting the details of where I get my dried flowers from. It's from a lovely lady called Andra, and she's really good. She's got a great customer service too. So just tell her what type of flowers you want and she would post to you anywhere in the world. I'm going to put the link to our Facebook page in the description. Yeah, so just send her a message. She would respond and sort you out. She's got the best dried flowers and artificial flowers, and yeah, so just click on the link in the description. So you can see I'm just filling out the space, the gaps, and as I'm filling out, I'm not just placing the balloons just anywhere. I am ensuring it goes well with the, you know, the look I was aiming for. So I'm not letting any balloon be out of space, out of place. The main wall. So I'm going to add my my flowers. That is my what's it called?
You
my
can see that the 5 inches is already
flower,
giving it a different kind of look.
leaves and
So the smaller balloons
pampers,
are
and
really,
then I'm
really,
going to
really
pop it up with a
important.
bit of silver.
So when you don't have a
Use lot of
5
silver.
inches balloon, so just under inflate and in 11 inches and you're good to go.
My flowers. They're dried flowers, well dried flowers, and they look so beautiful. I'm just gonna put them in random places. This is real dried flowers, you need to be careful. Where you're placing it. This one has got a bit of pink in it, so I'm going to use it that way because I think pink should be able to go with the color palette without stress.
So I'm just going to look for the spots to put my dried leaves. Like always, when I'm recording, I'm always getting my head together. But yeah, I struggled with where to place the flowers and the leaves. But I ended up going with a spot actually. Yeah, then I added a bit of pampas grass. This lady I mentioned, she sells really large pampas grass.
This is just, a balloon wall, and you can put as much flowers as you have or as you can. Make it as pretty as you can, and you're good to go. So I'm going to put the link for the dried flowers in the description for you. The dry leaves, the pampers, and the bouquets and all of that. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. See you same time next week. Bye. Enjoy. Please remember to drop a comment and tell me what you think. Bye.